Well, hello. Welcome, everybody.
Hello.
Welcome to Sorry for Asking. I'm Adam Ramzi.
I'm Cole Connor.
And this is
our new home.
This is what we're doing now. Yeah. Okay. All right. Well, new setup. This is a summer of shakeups, man.
Man, yeah. So to fill you all in,
Yes.
we were told like a week before our last studio was closing that it was closing.
Yeah.
That we needed to find a new place to tape this. And
here we are.
Here we are.
Yeah, here we are.
found
This is our preliminary, our first time. We're testing the waters. We're dipping our toes in. Yeah. How are you doing?
I'm good.
We are post 4th of July weekend,
Oh my
everybody.
gosh.
A lot has happened. A lot's been going on since we saw you last, which was with Mr. Judas King.
Yeah.
Do you
We
feel like
taped
it's
that-
been a summer of shakeups? There are so
I
many
guess
changes in my life right
so.
now. I feel
Yeah.
like there's like a lot to manage. But first of all, how you doing?
Well-
How was your weekend?
Well, my weekend
We're-
was fine. It's
okay.
4th of July.
Yeah.
I didn't do too much. I did
Same.
except you were there at my Porn Without the Porn improv show.
Yes, congratulations.
Which was so fun.
It was a lot of fun. Yeah, with Girth Brooks and Sylvia Sage and Tony Genius.
Yes.
They were
And
all so great.
Yeah, and we
You
had
guys were
Oscar
great.
Montoya and Meatball and Betsy Sidaro and Mano Agapian,
Yeah,
who I did it with. Like Mano and I are hosting it.
yeah.
You know, so we'll always be in it. I hope we get to do it like once a month.
You guys had like a full audience.
I know.
When I got there was a line to get in. And I was like, holy shit!
I know, because we had drinks at Birds before,
Yeah.
and then we walked past the line,
Yeah.
and I was like, oh, that was for us.
yeah, yeah. It was awesome. Congratulations.
Thanks.
Yeah. Meatball's hilarious.
I know.
I love the repeated when she would go no, but also yes, because you never say no in improv. Is it exciting or was it like nerve-wracking as fuck to do?
UCB is a really fun place to do it.
Okay.
Like, so I did groundling. I went through the whole groundling school
Okay.
like 15 years ago.
Wow.
So I just remember my last few times doing improv at that stage in my life, getting really nervous before any time I had to do improv, because it was like the school becomes more about writing and performing
Mm-hmm.
sketches than the improv, and you kind of forget how to improv when you're doing like the writing.
Right.
At least I did.
Yeah.
So then I was like, oh, I forgot how to improv. But UCB, I mean, everybody, the improvisers we have in both this show and the one we did in May, they're so strong that they can. I
They
feel
can carry
safe that
anything.
they can take care of you.
Yeah.
you know?
And they
And
did.
I feel like everybody was on the same page. So sometimes in improv you mishear something, and it's kind of, and someone goes off on on like a weird tangent, and you're like, oh, I realized that they heard something else than the audience, but then you can always tie that in.
Yes.
It's just like happy accidents.
Yeah. Can I do the next one?
I think so.
Mono and I were messaging, and he was like, "You should do it."
Oh, totally.
Yeah.
It's so fun.
Okay.
Like it was, of course you get anxious before,
For sure.
and get nervous, and you're like, I like meditated and like an
Yeah.
hour before.
Right.
And yeah, I was really happy with how it went and the turnout, and it was a lot of fun. So I will post when the next one is.
Perfect. Sounds good. Which will
Um,
hopefully be featuring Mr. Adam Ramsey.
Yeah.
Cool. Congratulations.
Thanks.
So that was your.
Who do you
that
think was like the standout of the porn people?
Oh,
I think Sylvia was like fucking amazing.
Sylvia's great. I'm a big fan of Sylvia's. I've been on her podcast, and she's just such a cool person.
Yeah.
I just love her.
I know.
The way she carries herself, the way she talks. She's so funny and so cool and so beautiful.
Yeah.
I thought
We gotta have her on.
I would love to have her.
Yeah,
on.
yeah.
She's so engaging. She
Mhm.
like I feel like having her on it would just fly by.
Yeah.
And
And we haven't. I thought have we had Tony on?
we have not had Tony on.
No, and we should have Girth on
Yeah.
too. Girth is an interesting.
They were
guy.
all four of you
Yeah.
were fun. I think you had some of the best closing lines.
Yeah.
You had like 2 times, I
Blackout
feel like, when
lines,
you
yeah.
were like right before blackout, you had like a killer of a line.
Yeah. Like, smells like shit in here.
That was my favorite. Well done.
It was like I was waiting for the right moment. I knew that had to end because the characters on the stage were like smelling each other's farts
Yeah.
in the scene. Like, so it was like, oh, it has to smell like shit in
So
there.
funny. Yeah. Yeah. Good timing.
It was good.
Yeah. Let's see.
What's being shooken up for you? Shaken up.
Oh my goodness. Streams of income, I guess, are all kind of being like called into question right now. I'm about to go to Berlin, which I'm really excited about. We can get into that in a second, but like my just like everything that is like my line of work right now, I feel like is just like halting a little bit. And I'm just kind of like, okay, I need to like kind of make some changes. My, like high tops and my OnlyFans, I'm like kind of like trying to beef up a little bit. I'm realizing,
oh God, who isn't?
Yeah, for sure.
It's so fun, guys. You gotta stay subscribed,
Yeah,
or it's gonna go away.
I also reached out to a director who we both know, and I was just like, hey, I'm in great shape right now. I'm just like really missing studio work. Is there anything you got for me? And like, he basically was just like,
no.
Yeah, what do you? He's like, I've been really getting into fetish stuff. Like, are you into fetish? And I was like, well, that could mean anything. So what exactly are you asking me? And he was like, well, like I'm about to shoot something with a fuck machine. Are you into that? And I was just like, oh, that kind of fetish. Oh, bondage and pain and. I was like, role play and voyeurism could be a fetish. I mean, it doesn't really matter who it was. Like, I mean, because I'm not calling him out.
Studio?
It's just more he works for a bunch. I was just like,
okay.
Shit, isn't there like hot daddy porn I could be in again? Like, daddies on daddies or something. Like,
yeah, I feel like with gay porn, it's just people are just like pushing the limits more. Like people just want more limit pushing.
And I also think that a lot of content creators are like going for niche.
Yeah.
Like they have like their niche thing that they do, which is like, I think that's been kind of also something like people have been kind of telling me forever, which is like pick one thing and do that. And I just can't do that. That's just not my thing.
I know. And it would get very boring if it's not something that you're into.
Yeah.
It was like I was talking with a friend about not to go back to the improv show, but someone was saying that not all the scenes end up being about porn, and it's like he was like, yeah, the first couple scenes you kind of like used it a little bit. But I'm like, yeah, because every scene would be boring if it's like if you're just horny for sex.
Well, I was kind of curious about that. 'Cause so you guys, his show is called Porn Without the Porn. So I was kind of curious, like if it was supposed to be like these setups are around porn.
Yeah, it's like,
but the improv is not at all, or was that the plan for it not to be, or was it supposed to be?
It actually wasn't really discussed with everybody before.
Okay.
It's like an improv show, and there's 4 of us that do porn.
Did you notice that every time you guys asked the audience for a prompt, that like it all, like I would say half the time it was like stuff that had to do with children? Did you hear me like at one point like? Some dude, like after like the 6th time, like they were like, pick a scenario that is like not been in porn or something. And it was like kids doing homework, and I like called it out. I was just like, what? Because we need another thing about kids right now. Like, what is with these audience members?
There was a show right before us that was kids. Like it was a kid improv show.
Oh shit!
Right
really?
Before us.
Wow.
So we were
followed by porn stars.
Followed by porn.
Perfect.
Followed by porn without the porn on the same little chalkboard on the street.
Right. Well, another thing that was different recently, I was asked for the 2nd year in a row to be part of Seattle Pride, which I don't know if have you ever been to Seattle?
Just once.
What did you think?
I went in October.
Okay. Did you like it?
Yeah. It rained.
Of course.
But the day that I left, I had like a good chunk of the day before I had to go to the airport, and it was beautiful.
Yeah.
So, and this guy that I had hooked up with took me to brunch and then drove me to a couple parks and stuff, and
yeah,
we took pictures, and it was
Seattle's
cute. It was
pretty.
like a cute little nice day.
Like I was just I've been to Seattle before, like for touristy stuff. For when I was a touring musician, I went to Seattle. But these last 2 years, going like in late June for Pride, when the weather is perfect, everyone's in a good mood.
Yeah.
Seattle is so clean. Seattle's like San Francisco, but greener and not as dirty.
Yeah, I can see that.
Like I was just like, wow, y'all don't brag about yourself enough. Like Seattle's a cool place.
It probably stays clean because it's raining all the
That
time.
could
It
be.
just gets a nice rain.
Right. And like, why would any homeless people want to be there when it's
Yeah.
raining, like,
Yeah.
you know, 70% of the year? But I just had a really good time. I went up there with the Otter Pop boys, and they asked me to go-go dance, which I hadn't done in like almost 2 years.
Oh.
So like, and a lot of people on our team are people that I hire for the hot dog and gym class parties, and they were kind of gagged. They were like, wait, you go dance? And I was like, this is how I got started. Literally how I got started in all the industries, like between porn and like making parties and stuff. So I was just like, yeah, Dad's gonna show everybody how it's done.
Yeah,
it was fun.
show it off.
Oh my God, I had so much fun. I had way too much fun. Like I was on that stage feeling my rock star, like, you know, fantasy, and just like a couple times, because like there was a stage and me and Dejano and Brogan, we were sharing the stage because we were like a team. And we would switch who was at like the front and center of like the big stage. And when the sun went down, like the lights turned on, and it felt like we were at Coachella. And I had, so when I was at the front, there was a moment where Hold It Against Me by Britney Spears came on. And I'm sorry, that's my favorite Britney Spears song. I turned into a monster in the best way. I was performing. It was so much fun. Britney Spears.
Did you get video stuff of it?
I mean, if nobody sent me anything, God damn it.
God damn it.
Yeah, I had another moment with Jay's Angel of My Dreams, and then like right at the end of our very, very long, we did it for many hours, and like at the very end, John Claft, who was the DJ for Otter Pop, he played Lady Marmalade by like, you know, the Moulin Rouge, that foursome. And like as soon as it started, the three of us looked at each other. We were like, "This is so stupid. Are you kidding?" By the end of it, full performance, full like tableau at the end. You know, like, you know, the four, like that was us. Brought the house down. I was very, very proud. Lip syncing the whole thing. Like it was really, really fun.
Great.
So it was fun to go dance again. Seattle Pride, highly recommended.
When was it?
June, like the end of June. So basically like the same time as New York Pride and San Francisco Pride. Pride. What a month.
I know.
She was busy.
I really didn't do much.
No?
No. I was gonna do a bi orgy group thing.
A bi orgy
bi
group?
Orgy.
Like with women?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
But I had to pull out because I got gonorrhea in my throat.
Oh, babes.
So
people still get gonorrhea?
That's like, if I get gonorrhea, it's in my throat.
I hope I am not jinxing
it's like
myself.
in my throat.
Really?
Oh yeah.
Your butt's immune at this point.
I was asymptomatic, but it was like
that sucks.
I was like, I went to get tested for that bi orgy, and I was like, yep, sorry guys.
Yeah. I have my Apretude shot tomorrow, which means I'm getting tested just in time for Berlin. Apretude is the new PrEP, by the way, you guys. That's the injection.
Yeah. I mean, I've tried to get on it a couple times, and it's like not easy to get on.
Really?
Like,
they offered it to me, the place that I go, my doctor's office. Yeah, they were like, we have this option if you want to change from Truvada, which, you know, I've been doing for almost 12 years.
Too. I'm on Descovy, but
yeah.
But yeah, it's something always gets in the way. It, like, my doctor has written me a prescription a couple times for it, and it just like never gets done.
Yeah.
So
yeah, I'm into it. It's nice not having to take a pill every day. But anyway, getting tested. Wow. Yeah, I don't want to jinx myself, but I have not gotten gonorrhea or chlamydia in quite some time.
Are you on Doxy also?
I am not on it as like a regular thing. No. This is DoxyPep for the moms. This is something that people now in our not line of work, but our queer existence, just general gays
guys
who are sexually active,
like, because
take doxycycline.
You could be sexually active at any moment.
Yes,
I feel like
preventatively, as doxycycline is taken to avoid mostly chlamydia, but I think it works for gonorrhea too. Oh, and syphilis. So I don't take it as PEP, which is post-exposure or pre-exposure. No, as PrEP. Yeah. I don't take it as PrEP. I take it as PEP, as post-exposure. Okay. So if I have like a particularly
wild,
risky encounter or period of
You're
time.
like, I don't know about this.
I'll be like, I'll take 200
sure that
milligrams
guy
of
had
you
something.
know, sometimes I was like with a performer recently who had. I mean, you know what? I'm going to say his name because I wanted to talk about him anyway. Teddy Graham.
Teddy Graham.
Have you worked with him before?
Yes.
Okay, first I'm going to say what I'm talking about, which is that I knew he had a very busy week in Los Angeles and we filmed something together. So I was like, this is the time to take a doxy pep. So I did. However, I want to talk about, because I want to talk about our recent experiences and stuff. Have you worked with Teddy Graham?
Yeah. He was in the Nashville content house that I was.
Oh,
at.
okay.
Yeah.
I had one
and
of
I'd
the
worked
best
with him before.
one of the best scenes I've ever filmed in my life.
He's a lot of fun.
And let me tell you this too. This is, I know I'm terrible. If you're a performer who has reached out to me to film and I've ghosted you, I'm so sorry. I'm terrible lately. I just have been, I'm just been very protective of my energy. And I don't want to film. I don't even want to hook up like outside of filming with people that I don't know anymore.
Yeah.
It's just so rare for me these days. And he's been reaching out for a while, just like, hey, I'm going to be in town. Like, let's get together. And I'm always like, this is what I do a lot of times because I know I should film more.
Yeah.
So I'll just be like, yeah, totally. Like, reach out when you get here. And then he did. And I was just like, oh God, like, I don't want to say like, maybe I want to meet you first, or like, or no, or like I get weird about scheduling. He came to gym class, like right at the end, and he was like, "Hey, you're Adam, right?" And I said, "Yes." And he was like, "I'm Teddy." I was like, "Oh my gosh, I'm so glad you're here because I'm sorry, I've been really bad about messaging people back." And he was like, "I totally get it. Don't worry about it." And I also was just kind of like, damn, this motherfucker's sexy.
Yeah.
Like even sexier in person. And I was just like, also, I think I just needed to meet you first.
Yeah.
It's nice to meet you. He's like, it's nice to meet you too. And we just kind of like instantly kind of started getting closer to each other. And he's a great kisser and he like makes eye contact. And I was like, so how long are you in town? And he was like, I'm here till Monday. And I was just like, okay. And like, bam, bam, bam. Like 2 days later, he was over. Didn't even need a Bimix. Like, it was just like,
I don't always need it.
I don't always, but like, I would say
if you
lately,
don't
like,
wanna think
especially
about
with
it.
someone I don't know very well,
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
I probably want to go use that, like, just to be sure.
I do it if I know I'm just topping
Okay.
most of the time.
Yeah. I had just topped with him and I was fucking hard as rock, happy as a clam. It was amazing. Like, came at the same time,
Hot.
like, pulled it out to show the camera. Like, I was like, this is like the old days. Anyway, so props, Teddy Graham.
I haven't been filming much either.
No. Why is that, you think?
I have a lot of content stored up.
Okay.
And I had stuff coming in from the Nashville content house, and I just had all these group things that needed to be released when other people were doing it.
Uh-huh.
So I'm backed up with content, and I wanted to like give it a chance to, so that I'm not releasing things 6 months after I make it.
Yeah. Do you like to coordinate your releases
I don't give a shit.
with you don't?
No.
Okay. I know some people do.
Because I know people can't wait
Yeah.
for
I will
4
say
or 5 months like I'm doing.
I
I'm
will
not
say
gonna
that's
make them
very
do that.
considerate of you, very generous. Because not everybody is like that. Some people are like, no, do not release before I do, because then you're making the money off of it before I'm able to.
I mean,
So I have some scenes ready to go, but like people are like, no, can you not until I do? And I'm like, that's fine.
yeah.
So shit's in the pipeline, y'all. I'm filming again. It's happening. I have some things to post. But anyway,
I should start maybe after this trip. I'm going to Wisconsin for the Hodag Festival.
what is that?
It's a music festival.
What's
like
Hodag?
Yeah.
Is that like,
Hodag.
what does that mean?
I
Is that a name
maybe
or is that
it's
an
like a Native
acronym?
American word. I don't know.
Okay.
It's not where it's not.
What kind of
Is it-
music?
I think it's like rock and country.
Oh.
I don't know. Ryan Landers, my friend.
Yeah, Brian. Yeah.
Hi,
Ryan.
is always talking about it. And I said, let's see what this fucking Hodag Festival is about. Let's see how good it is.
You fucking
love it so
hodag.
much.
It sounds like a hoe bag to me. So I kind of want to. It sounds like
will be.
You're going to the hoe bag
The
festival.
I'm gonna hoe bag at the hodag.
You could host the hoe bag festival. Cool. Okay. So you're traveling.
Yeah, I recently got banned from Grindr.
Oh,
for getting massage clients out of it.
Oh.
Yeah.
How do they catch that?
I guess maybe I didn't respond to someone and they got pissed and
You have to be reported for something like that?
I don't know. It was like, I mean, sometimes people would ask and I'd be like, yeah, this is the price and whatever. And
soliciting.
Yeah. But just for a massage.
Yeah. Wow. That's a weird thing.
I know. I don't know how long bans last, or if anybody out there works at Grindr wants to help me out and
help Cole Connor get back on Grindr.
I've been using Scruff though, and I like Scruff.
I like Scruff as a user,
nice.
in terms of like user functionality, as a user interface. I like Scruff better. Sorry,
yeah.
Grindr. I like Grindr too, but God,
there's just more traffic on Grindr.
Yeah,
more people are on it. I think.
I feel like I don't know if you've noticed. I feel like also a lot of times the engagement, and I've been on these apps for forever. I don't really need them or use them, but sometimes you just get bored and you browse and stuff, and things happen. But I feel like Grindr, a lot of times the engagement is like, "Hey, what's up?"
Right.
Whereas like on Scruff, they're like, "I love the drop dead gorgeous quote on your profile."
Yeah, it's a little more.
It's more conversation on Scruff.
Scruff is like more men.
Yeah.
Like men with a personality.
Yeah.
That's why I've been, because at first, when you first like get on it, I hadn't been on it. I had never paid for Scruff before now.
Okay.
And it just takes some time getting some traction.
Yeah.
But also the only thing I don't like is people are messaging you from like 2,000 miles away, because they can just like pinpoint Los Angeles and then talk to guys in Los Angeles. I guess that's what they're doing.
Yes.
And I'm like, I don't need to talk to you.
Yes.
Like if nothing's gonna happen.
If people are more like, I've kind of made it a point almost, like if people are more than 5 miles away from me, I'm likely not gonna respond to anybody. Sorry, guys. Thank you for the woofs and the nice comments.
I mean, I guess, yeah, if you just want to give me a compliment, fine, but let's leave it at that.
Yeah. Have you had any shoots lately that you were like really, really, I know you haven't been shooting much lately, but has there been anything, even studio or not studio, that you were like, that was amazing, or that was terrible, or anything worth reporting?
No. I got nothing.
Gotcha.
I hooked up with a 20-year-old the other night. That I've been chatting on. I know. I was like,
wow, that's young.
Oh,
chatting on the apps.
I just turned fucking 43, y'all.
Happy birthday, by the way.
Thanks.
Yeah, I think we said that already for the last episode.
What did I get for my birthday? Gonorrhea in my throat.
What a hoe bag.
That was like the week before.
What a hoe bag deserves.
I know.
Just kidding. Just kidding.
Like a hoe bag.
No.
Yeah, he was really cute. We had been talking on Grindr, and then we were talking on Scruff. We finally made it happen.
Wow.
And he came over, and
was he a bottom or a top?
He was a bottom. He's like a little muscle 20-year-old.
Yum. I don't think I've gone. I shot a Say Uncle scene with somebody who was maybe 20, and I think that's the youngest person I've ever had sex with, and definitely the largest age gap. Sorry.
Well, I'm sure for Say Uncle, I've had sex with an 18-year-old.
Damn.
For sure.
It's just kind of, I mean, I know we talk about this a lot, and like this is something I wanted to get into. It was like just the passage of time is so weird. And it's so weird to me to think like, oh yeah, I saw Brokeback Mountain in the theaters in 2005. That means this person was born around that time.
Yeah.
I've been on this crazy like nostalgia kick. I don't know if it's because we're both 43. And
I love a nostalgia kick.
Yeah, I've been watching.
What have you been watching?
I recently watched UHF with Weird Al Yankovic. It was a movie from the 80s.
I haven't seen that.
It's not great, but it's very funny, and like it has super memorable lines, and like
I love Weird Al.
It was just weird to watch something that I haven't seen in probably 30 years, but like the lines just come right back. Like you just remember these things that you haven't seen in so long.
I watched, or I started. I didn't finish it. Wild Hearts Can't Be Broken because it came up in a conversation. It's
I
on
don't
the
even know
Disney
what that
Plus.
is. What was that?
It's like it's a story about a girl who, it's Depression era.
Okay.
She runs away from home because her aunt, she's a troublemaker. She's like a bad kid, or that's what her stepmom treats her as.
Gotcha.
Or her aunt. I don't know what it is, but because her mom's dead.
Okay.
So she runs away because the guardian is going to give her to foster care because she just can't handle her. So she runs away. She finds like a circus and starts taking care of the horses, and they do like the horses jump off something into a pool.
Okay.
And so she becomes a like one of the girls that dives with the horses.
I've seen this.
Yeah. And then somehow I haven't watched it in a long time, but I remember she goes blind from like something startles the horse before, and the horse
is this
falls
an 80s
in the water.
movie?
This is 80s or 90s.
I definitely watched this when I was a kid.
Yeah, it's a Disney movie.
Totally. Wow. I haven't see that's there we go. Like I haven't thought about this probably since then.
I know.
And like just you describing it. Like I remember watching that. Wow. Another one. Haven't seen it probably since I was like 8 years old. And I just like randomly thought of it the other day and I was like, let me see if this is streaming somewhere. And I was able to find it. A movie called Batteries Not Included.
Yes.
You remember that?
Yeah.
With Hume Cronin and Jessica Tandy. Nobody who's listening is gonna know this. Maybe our older listeners.
Do you remember Cocoon?
I remember it. Also featuring these actors. But like that's another one. Probably haven't seen it since I was a kid.
Yeah. I always thought it was boring.
Was it?
It's like an old person movie.
Yeah, I mean it's a movie about old people who feel young again because they come across an alien egg or something. Batteries Not Included. Another movie about old people and aliens.
Yes.
But the aliens are like little toys. They like fly around and fix things. These fucking 80s movie like
where
plots,
everybody's doing cocaine.
For sure when they're making it, you can tell.
set.
Yeah. But like 80s movie plots, like the UHF, for example, and Batteries Not Included, it's always about like, like working class people who are like trying to like save something from like the corporate
like
bastards. Goonies was like that. UHF was like that. Batteries Not Included. Ski Patrol. It's always like these movies about people who are like, let's save the rec center, or like save this tenement building, or save this TV station from the bastard evil corporate jerk.
We need more movies like that now.
I mean, seriously, it's relevant to today is the funny thing. But yeah, nostalgia has been all around because like I think a lot about like just how like our memory works and like I put on something else happened actually randomly where Hulu was really pushing this movie from like maybe 2009. It was an animated movie called Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs.
Yes.
Have you seen that?
I've seen it.
Okay. I remember going to see it. So I was like, well, I think I remember liking this. It was like a funny, colorful 3D animated movie. Like, let me put it on. I watched 15 minutes of it and was like, not a single shred of this movie is ringing a bell. Like, nothing.
It was like seeing it for the first time.
Yeah. Which doesn't happen often.
Yeah.
And I actually texted my ex-boyfriend who I watched it with. I was like, do you remember this movie, Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs? He was like, yeah, we saw it together. And I was like, okay, I was just checking because I don't remember anything about this movie. And it kind of scared me.
That's like me when I go to Hot Dog on Sunday nights and then I try to come home and watch Gilded Age and I remember nothing about it and have to watch it again on Monday.
Maybe that's what it was. Maybe I was just high or drunk when I watched Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs. I was like, ooh, 3D. Let's get really stoned before we go in here.
Yeah.
That sounds
that's
right.
Probably what happened.
That sounds like me in my mid-20s. Yeah. Well, speaking of parties, that's another thing. Like I threw my Axis party. We did it, which was around the time of your birthday.
It was the weekend before my birthday.
It ended up being.
That's probably where I got the gonorrhea in my throat.
Get out of here! Oh my god, another me throwing super spreader events.
There were a few dicks in my mouth at that party.
Well, the party was great, and we just so everybody knows who's listening, September 13 is our next one. Axis Sweep is what we're calling it. There's gonna be broom. It's a broom theme.
Ooh, like Mickey Mouse wizard broom.
Sure. Yes. Actually, that's very funny. I didn't
Yeah.
think of that. But no, I was thinking more like, brooms are what we
Fantasia.
use to sweep the fall leaves away and
Or
and keep
rakes.
clean. No rakes. That's dangerous. But also witches fly on brooms.
Yeah.
So that's what we're gonna do. But anyway, so Axis Bloom which was our summer solstice party. That was the week of the protests, the ICE protests.
Yeah.
Crazy time we've been having in LA with all that. But I had to do like a last minute pivot to a new location, which I was like literally day before we were supposed to throw the party. I was driving to this place on the west side and thinking the entire drive, why am I doing this? This is going to be a waste of time. And then I get there and I was like, okay, we can do this. Pull it off in 24 hours. I swear that following week, I was like cognitively impaired, where I was worried that I broke something. I literally, and this is kind of what led me to like these ideas of like these, questions of memory and how our memory works.
Oh, okay.
And I was just like, I'm just like on a road to early onset Alzheimer's. Like it's coming. I'm so scared of shit like that. But
Do you have any of that in your family?
No. Well, my grandma died of something that made her cuckoo, like where she didn't remember things and remember, where like first it was kind of charming. Like she would like be like really like sweet and ask me who I was and tell me funny things that I was like, oh, I'm going to write that down. But then like towards the end, she was just kind of confused and scared. And I'm like, I sometimes wonder, like, maybe that's a good way to go because you don't know death is coming.
Is that like a big, like one of your biggest fears?
Dying?
No.
Or losing
like
my memory?
Losing your memory.
I don't know which one's worse. Is of like, knowing it's coming or like being so out of your mind that you don't know and that way you don't really care.
I don't know. I feel
this
like
is what you came to this podcast for, everybody.
Yeah, let's get dark.
Oh gosh.
No, I think it depends on like if you're like a control freak, I think it would be really scary to never remember what's going on or how you got somewhere. But if you can just like go with the punch it, like roll with it,
right?
Then I think you could just be like, oh,
yeah. Yeah.
I know I should know who that is, but
right. Yes.
I don't.
Do you want to end up in an old folks home together?
Oh my God.
It's got to be gay though. Yes.
Yeah. That would be great.
I want a community of my old homo friends and like us camp. Just be like, where we get to like, put on VHS tapes of things like batteries not included and be like, you remember?
And people fuck in
yeah, and apparently they get lots of gonorrhea.
Yeah.
Oh my God, is this just a preview of our future as old men?
Oh. We have said before, like we both tend to get hornier as we are aging.
Yes, and actually, so this is interesting to me too. You just got with a 20-year-old. And I feel like this has kind of come up in conversation a lot lately too, is that a lot of Gen Z people are just like less sexual than millennials.
Yeah.
Because like the pendulum is kind of swimming.
A
lot of sides,
Lots
yes.
Of sides.
But
which I think is a side is a good way to be.
Yeah, I think I mentioned on one of the recent episodes that I have kind of like a dad-son relationship with somebody, and like we've never fucked. He just comes over and he just wants to like suck my dick and cover me with his huge load, and like that's kind of all that happens.
Yeah.
So he's like very much a side, and it's a blast.
Yeah, that's great.
Yeah,
I could get into that as long as I get to suck the dicks.
Of course, yes.
And eat the ass. You know me.
Yeah,
I'm an oral top.
You got to get that mouth moving.
An oral bottom.
Well, are you an oral top or an oral bottom? Like
oral bottom
meaning you service with your mouth.
Yes.
You receive.
I like to give.
Well, yes, okay, but wait, hold on, wait. This is a funny.
Because
aren't you?
It's confusing.
Because if you're a bottom, aren't you receiving?
Yeah, but if I'm eating an ass, then I'm giving tongue.
But isn't that like a top?
That's like a top thing to do. But sucking dick isn't a top thing to do. That's a bottom thing to do.
Yeah, I
Or
guess
is it just side?
I guess this is, but this is an interesting kind of question
I'm an
about like,
oral. What's the opposite? Not receptive.
but that is
I'm an
receptive
active.
because you're receiving. You're getting fucked in the mouth.
I know. This is so confusing.
I know. I like this conversation
mind
though,
is
because it's like kind of the
blown.
question of like dom versus sub. Like,
Yeah.
if you are the one who's sucking dick, are you the one who is active or are you the one who's passive?
You're active.
Okay, but if you're getting fucked, that's
You're
considered
being
passive.
Although I'm a dom bottom, so I'm still
Again, and that's
still
another
in
question.
control.
So like you're in control even though you're the one receiving.
Yeah.
So I feel like the whole binary of dom sub and top bottom, I think is getting really questioned.
Yeah.
And I love that.
I know. It's getting questioned.
Okay, I have I have a hookup story I wanted to tell you.
Okay.
And it was very interesting. I had after I work at my parties, it's really rare that I go home with somebody. I know I've mentioned that before. But right at the end of one of my recent high tops nights for gym class, somebody came by and just like instantly was like, hi. And I was like, hi. And he was like, who are you? And I was like, oh, I'm Adam, whatever. Like, this is my party, you know? And it was just like within 3 minutes, I was giving him my number, which is so rare. And he was being very like, I'm very interested in hanging out with you tonight. And I was like, very sweet of you, not gonna happen. I was like, I don't hook up after work.
Because you've also been there like for a long time.
Yeah,
by
I'm
the
working.
End of a party,
yeah,
like you get there how many hours before?
Like
anybody.
Not that.
Up?
Like it depends.
Yeah.
But by the end, usually what I want to do is I want to just like get myself home and like watch an episode of something and fall asleep.
Yeah.
Cut to 3:30 in the morning. This guy is coming over to my house. There was just chemistry. He told me that he needed it to be DL, which, for you listening at home, if you don't know, means
for the moms.
For the moms, down low, right? Isn't that what DL means? Which
Yeah.
means like basically this needs to be kept secret. And I kind of was like,
it's usually like a term if it's somebody that isn't out.
Yes. So of course, knowing me, this ends up being a therapy session because I need to ask questions about this stuff. I'm like, why? What's the purpose? How are we feeling about it? Are you okay with this?
Can I talk about it on my podcast?
I mean, well, I'm not naming names, but essentially, like, without giving too much away, this person was in a monogamous relationship,
right?
And he was coming over and he did not want his partner to know. So I was just like, okay, is this something that, like, if your partner find out, he would feel bad? How many times have you done this in the years that you've been with this person? In the times that you've done this, by the end of your experience, do you leave it feeling really good about yourself or do you leave it feeling awful?
And do you like the feeling?
Yes. And I was like determined by the end of it
to break it.
For him to be, I was like, I want you to leave my apartment feeling really good about what just happened. And like, he kind of was like, wow, I really didn't expect to have this conversation tonight. I was like, I'm really not in the mood to fuck. But I'm glad we're having this conversation. We're cuddling and making out and stuff. Cut to 30 minutes later, he fucks the fucking shit out of me. It's so good. We like really connect. And I was just like, okay, well, I'm really down to hang out with you again. But like, I really want you to think about the things that we've talked about. And he was like, sure. The next day he calls me on the way to wherever he's going to meet with his partner and whoever. And he was like, I want to say I had a really good time with you. That was really good. That was really a good time. And also, I'm going to talk with my partner. Yeah. He was like, you planted some really healthy seeds. And
that's so good.
Yeah. I feel really good about it. And also, I want him to come back.
I bet he will.
And I want it to feel good.
I wonder, I want to follow up.
You want to follow up?
Episode.
Okay. If it happens again?
Yeah.
All right.
If I want to hear what
How
the conversation with his partner was like.
If anything. Let me ask you this. If he comes back and he's like, I didn't have the conversation with my partner, or he did and it didn't go well, but I still want to come over and see you. Is this in a morally questionable or ambiguous place for me to continue occasionally seeing this person? What do you think?
I mean, it's up to him. He could also I mean, he could also lie to you. He could also be lying
Well, that's
to you.
true, but I mean, I know we talked a lot about on this podcast about like cheating as a construct,
Yeah, yeah.
right? And like it's really like not my business if this person wants to engage in that way. But I know that maybe we're probably going to have some listeners who hear what I'm saying and think like, if I am complicit in perpetuating in this person's essentially lying to his partner, am I a bad person?
Are you bad?
Am I contributing to...
I mean, it just depends on if you care. You seem like, I know you pretty well, like you would feel bad about it.
The thing is, I think secrets are fun.
Secrets are fun.
I think secrets are fun. Yeah. And I think it's okay to have secrets sometimes. But however, the other thing was like this person seemed to be a little bit tortured by what he was doing, even though he was enjoying it very much. And I feel like partly was the appeal. It
seemed like you opened up
which
something in his thought,
which I'm very glad
actually think about it, because he's probably used to just doing it and like because he wants to.
Well, and
but
maybe
he can't talk to his partner about it because his partner would get upset.
Well, and maybe that's part of the appeal for him, is like most of the times when he's had these hookups, he's kept it to himself. He hasn't talked to this, because he doesn't come into somebody with a fucking therapy background who asks him all these questions. So he doesn't really even go there. He just has, illicit sex with some stranger and then leaves feeling like a horrible person.
But here's my thing. I'm like, I think secrets are fun. Like, I don't get couples that only play together.
Yeah.
That I'm like, because sometimes you just want your own experience with somebody.
Yes.
And I'm like, I don't want my partner to be there if we only play together.
Right.
I'm like, I want to just do this with this other person.
Well, which is why I love a fucking open relationship. I'm so glad I'm in one.
Yeah.
And I actually, yesterday, the day before, ended up at a pool party and like met somebody with a friend of ours, somebody I've hooked up with, and he's definitely made out with at parties. And the chemistry was just right. And we were like in the pool and like, we were just like, should we go around back? My boyfriend lived like 2 blocks away and we're like, should we just go and have a moment? And it was so much fun. And after we were done having our like posts, like, wow, this was great moment, I full on was like, well, I've had a moment alone with this person. You haven't. I highly recommend it. I was just like, I just want you guys both to know while I'm in the room, please have a moment alone. I know we got to wrap up. Is there anything that you wanted to talk about that we didn't get to?
Oh, man. I mean...
Cole's got to get to work, y'all.
I got to work. People be wanting massages. Nothing.
We're good.
Yeah, we're good.
You know what? It'll just give us more to talk about next time. This was us testing the waters.
Yeah.
Testing these new waters.
I like the look of it and everything.
Yeah. What do you guys think?
Studio.
I'm gonna have to.
We're in like we're in like a guest house. This is like a guest house.
Don't tell them the secrets. No, this is a high-tech studio, you guys.
It's a guest house that is turned into a studio. It's
very high tech.
There's a lot of stuff.
It's gorgeous.
It's gorgeous.
And the guy who owns it is really cute.
I know.
I don't know if he's gonna watch this, but you cute.
What's this podcast called? It's like something.
I don't remember.
Something coming.
It's called Sorry for Asking with Cole Connor and Adam Ramzi.
Well, this has been.
Yes, it's been Sorry for Asking.
I'm Cole Connor.
And I'm Adam Ramzi. Thanks you guys so much for tuning in. See us next time.
We'll see you next time.
Okay. Bye.
Bye.